Okay, Tony is here. Darling, actually, a good result considering there was some aspects of our game that probably could be improved, but a lot of very good positives to take today.
Yeah, because it almost felt like we played within ourselves.
Yeah.
We weren't great today, let's be honest.
Palace are, I don't think when we play in Palace, we're definitely going to win this game because they've got some very good players. Townsend, of course, got a great goal, and the build-up to the goal I thought was even more impressive. So they worried me for a little bit there.
A lot of people are nervous when we play Crystal Palace because they always seem to play over and above, how they normally play against everybody else. We've had some shocking results against Palace down the years, but it's another example, isn't it? I mean, we went to Newcastle. It's a place where we don't win games, and we got a result there. As I said, the last few seasons, Arsenal been nicking, results against us, and we turned that one around. And like today, you look at, you think, Crystal Palace. We know how dangerous it can be. Set pieces are a very physical side. But we've won the game, and we haven't really sort of set the world alight. We've won the game 3-1 and very comfortable. We've not, as I said, we played within ourselves.
Yeah. What do you think of Morata today then? He's had, Charlie gave him man of the match, but we've never said anything. We've not had a lot of praise for him over the last few months.
I think you've got to give him man of the match. I mean, I've heard, is it Kovacic's got man of the match, and he's only been on the field about 20-30 minutes. That to me is a bit ridiculous. You've got to give him man of the match. He scored 2 goals. Yeah. To be fair, we should have got 6, and I mean, it was right at the end, that one-on-one with the keeper when he tried to chip him. Why did he go round him? But it is what it is. So it's all about confidence, isn't it, for Alvaro Morata? And 2 goals is 2 goals. He's scoring goals now, and that's all you can ask from his strikers. He does get a lot of stick. Yeah. And quite rightly so at times, but he's improving, and as I say, he is a confidence player, and you can't argue with 2 goals. Yeah. As I say, he could have got 6 today.
Yeah, totally. Other players then, Barkley, we didn't see. It's quite hard to say he was poor. I don't think he was poor, but just compared to how brilliant he's been recently, he seemed to struggle a little bit today. But I love the fact that we have, we're able to rotate that position. We have a lot of players this season. We've got Loftus-Cheek, for instance. We've got players that we can bring on, which we haven't actually had in other seasons. And Sarri's very good at making very quick decisions.
Absolutely, he makes them as and when he needs to make them, as opposed to a set time like other managers in the past. Ross, because of the high level of performances that Ross Barkley's been putting in, perhaps you will look at that and say he's had a poor game. He has had a poor game. He's just not been his dynamic self, But like you said, we are blessed with an abundance of talent in that position. And it's fantastic when we can take one off and just put another nugget on. Like today, look at Janino. We took Janino off. We bring on Cesc Fabregas. He's the pivot for pivot. And in that position, as you say, we have got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and we have got Kovacic. That's a quality player, as we all know. I read in midweek that we weren't interested in signing him. Now that we've got this Ruben Loftus-Cheek option, you still need quality players on the bench. Of course. If you're going to compete with Manchester City for the title, then you need quality players all the way through. It's a squad game.
Yeah, I completely agree. Okay, next point then, I suppose. One of the things I'm really impressed with so far is that Sarri, the way that we're playing football, Sarri's style of play, it actually is bringing out the best in players that I don't think we've seen in previous seasons. Anybody that stands out for you in particular?
It's the system. If you look at it, Gianfranco Zola in midweek was saying that it's almost like an orchestra, isn't it? The way, if you look at some of I've got to be honest, it's not like I've suddenly knew about Sarri ball years and years. I don't think, to be fair, much of us knew about it. But if you do sort of get yourself on YouTube and go and have a look at Napoli and go and look at the way they were passing the ball, and there are times when we are doing that, but even he said we're only 50% there, which tells you where we perhaps maybe could be. We've now gone 16 games now on the spin without a defeat. Yeah. And yet we're 50% there.
Yeah,
that tells you everything.
To me, I don't see why we can't win games 5, 6, 7-0 eventually if we keep carrying on playing this system.
We will. There will be a time where someone is definitely going to get pinged. I think it was the Crystal Palace fan, I think it was just prior to him coming on, he said it'd be absolutely marvellous for his team to play for 90 minutes. Well, imagine if we played for 90 minutes in that style. Yeah. If you look at us today, the first 25 minutes, I thought we were too slow, we were pragmatic. Every time Crystal Palace were behind the ball, and I'd turn to my mate, who sits next to me, John, I said, what are we doing? I said, it's like we're playing Champions League football, we're defending the one. We didn't get the keeper, didn't even get called into any type of action. So we wrote off 25 minutes of the game where we could have really gone for it, So where are we going to be when we do play a full 90 minutes, with the style that he set us up to play. We could. I think we're going to hit someone's, for some serious numbers,
Totally. Okay then, so people, I mean, I have to admit when we drew against Liverpool, I was starting to think that maybe the league was out of our reach a little bit, and especially when we drew against Man United, to me, I wanted to get the 3 points there. So can we win the league, or are fans a little bit too optimistic this season? Because we've got some fantastic players. Really, just as good as what I would compare with City and Liverpool. So,
well, without going over old ground, I always said that it's totally disrespectful that we get Neville and Carragher when they're turning around and saying we can't even get to the top 4. It's absolutely
stupid.
Yeah. Well, it is a joke because, look, you only got to look at this factor. Right, Tottenham 58 years since they won the title. Liverpool 29, nearly 30, that's 3 decades, yeah? Arsenal, I think they've moved to 15 years without the title, and Man United 6. So you're only really talking about Man City and Chelsea, yeah? In the last 4 seasons, Chelsea won the league twice with the same players.
Yeah.
So how can you write off Chelsea? It's ridiculous. I mean, we've won.
I did a video on it as well. I was getting really pissed off.
We are a machine, listen, people out there can either love us or hate us. We are a Marmite club, we all know that. But we have won 21 trophies in 21 seasons.
Which is too good, I'm afraid.
Well, so how can you write us off? Having said that, Manchester City are shit hot, right? And the problem with this league is you cannot afford to make one mistake or one error. And Arsenal, even though they got a draw yesterday, they're on a fantastic run. Spurs are still nicking results. It's a very, very tight league. I don't think you can write off anyone.
Yeah.
But you certainly can't write us off.
Yeah.
But I think Man City, if you've got you're not your heart, it's your head that you're talking with. I think you have to say Man City because of the squad that they have and the resources.
But if we do, when we do come to play them, if we are getting the 3 points,
then
you have to start to believe that actually it could be us instead.
Well, why not? Absolutely. I'll tell you, Arsenal, where they're going about a whole season unbeaten. Well, there's 3 clubs still unbeaten. Maybe that mantle could go. It's 3 clubs still unbeaten. And listen, you've got a dream. And we'll be in the top 4. I've got no doubts about it. We've got great players. And but those games against Man City are crucial, If we go to the Etihad and get a result, or we beat them at Stamford Bridge, then of course it's game on, isn't it?
Game on then.
Absolutely.